welcome to D&D's Unique Mom. Yes, this is Unique Mom. How do I look? Yes, I really, truly represent my title, Unique Mom. On my Instagram handle, everybody says you really represent your uniqueness and unique mom. Yes, you're welcome to this YouTube channel. Before I go further, I want to say please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. Just hit or click on that subscribe button, and thereafter click on the notification bell sign, and then you can always get notified each time I upload a new video. You see, I'm just trying to work harder to stretch myself out of my comfort zone. I just got back from work today, and today is the 3rd of September 2020. Woo, it's been a very long day, a very hectic day, but I'm here. I want to shoot this video, let it be out of the way for me. Yes, I started my day this morning. I woke up at about 4:30, and the kids were to go back to school today. They resumed today after 6 months lockdown in the UK, Manchester precisely. Wow, how would you feel as a mom? Anyways, let's hold on and enjoy this worship song. Let me sing along. You have been so, and all my life you have been so good. Every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Will you sing the goodness of God? No matter how busy it is, no matter how tough, how tight it is for you, no matter how stressful the day has been for you, I will sing the goodness of God. To me, lay down, I surrender now, I give you everything. It's running after me. Your goodness is running after me. Your goodness is running after me. I surrender now, I give you everything. Your goodness is running after me. All my life you have been so good, and all my life you have been so good. With every breath that I am able, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God. Let's do that one. Hallelujah. Yes, guys, so let's go straight to why we are here today. If you want to be enjoying the music on the background, I'm going to make it. I want this video to be as brief as anything. Who are you, a mother out there? Come closer, please share this video, because I know in some parts of the world there is still, there are still some parts of the world are still on lockdown, and the lockdown is being eased partially. Like today, the UK, the children were able to go back to school today. So please kindly share this video. And I know there are some mothers there in fear, in panic, nervous, and as well as, trying to transmit or transfuse that fear and that panic into the lives of the children. Yes, where I use that word, the parents could transmit or transfuse fear into the children, because it was exactly like what I did ever since I heard that the kids will be going back to school today. it hasn't been so easy as a parent, you know, and as a mom particularly. I've been living partially on fear, you know, having the children all by your side for the period of 6 months, even though I work, you know, sometimes and they are home, and sometimes they're with the minder, and you know, but it's not like releasing them to the world out there, saying they are going back to school. And so that was my fear. Okay, I want to talk on 2 angles related to this. I want to bring the biblical or the Christianity part of it, which speaks faith, which says faith. We have to, in everything we do, we have to put our trust, our hope in God. I am one person who always say there is hope for the hopeful. You understand? And I am one person who always says opposite of faith is fear. And when you have faith, you please God. When you have faith, you trust God. And I always say that when you fear, you are pleasing the devil. So that is my own version of it. So I believe that whenever you are afraid, you are pleasing the devil. Whenever your faith is very strong, no matter the obstacle, the limitations, the mountain, I believe that you are trusting God, you are pleasing God. So I rather choose to please God and not to please the bastard devil. Yes, you heard me say that. I have 2 angles to this, or 3 angles. As a mom, if you are a mom out there, in the UK, there is a regulation that was released just last week prior to the kids going back to school today. The regulation says in every school, the kids will be, there will be a COVID-19 test carried out on the children every day as you drop off the kids at school. And then if there be any child in a class who seems to be unwell, then the whole class will be shut down and they will be made to go for 2 weeks quarantine. And if there is a child who is unwell and the regulation states that a private test would be carried out without the consent of the parents by the school. And when or if the child tests positive for COVID-19, the parents would not be in custody of the child. They would take the child to maybe to the hospital, where the child can be in the hands of care workers and to be taken care of until the child is well, before they will release the child to the parents. If you are a mother now, you are in the UK, maybe you've heard the news. And if you are a parent outside UK, if you are abroad like Nigeria, Africa, how would you take this news to be? So that left a lot of parents crippled, a lot of mothers in particular left them crippled. You know, I have thought about it, I have prayed about it, I have concluded about it and said, God, if you are the same God who has kept these children for the period of 6 months at home without visiting the GP, without, even the GP, like that's the doctors, the house doctors are not accessible. You will ring, even if you have an emergency, you will call them. They will say dial the emergency number direct. So nobody was able to visit the GP, the house doctors during this period. So God was in absolute total control of every home, of every child. So when the regulation was out, and that was my own conclusion, I concluded that God, you have always been the one who has sent us through this pandemic, and we know that the kids going back to school, you're not just going to abandon them halfway. You understand? So now, if you are a parent or a mother in any part of the world, when you get to hear this, it's not just a news, it is mandatory. It is a regulation. It is, they're not going to ask for your consent to get the kids tested. Like today being the first day at school, the kids, my experience with the kids. When they were going to school this morning, I made a short interview video on them. Like I do it, that's my custom. When they're going back to school, I want to know their mindset after any holiday. And they were telling me, I said, how do you feel going back to school? And they said they feel great. I'm like, okay, are you nervous? They said no. I said, why? They said, because we know God will protect us. And that settled it. Because yes, that was their faith. Their faith has boosted my faith as well. So who am I to dispute what they have spoken? They said God will protect them, and don't underestimate the power of words from little children. You understand? So as a mom, I let it be so. But I want to give a shout out to every mother in the world. Mother's Day should not be something that is celebrated once a year, twice a year. I think it should be every blessed day. I'm shooting this video or making this video not because I have that strength. I think I should be sleeping by now. I woke up since 4:30 a.m. I woke up because the kids were going back to school today. Woke up, a lot of things going through my head, running through my head, thoughts, different things. And eventually, when I woke them up at 6 o'clock to get them ready for school, I gave them a shower and I got them ready for school, and I got dressed for work as well. I made their pack lunch. And normally today I had, prior to today, like yesterday, I sent an email to the school that my kids are not coming to school today. Not because I was afraid of COVID-19, but my car needed to be taken to the mechanic or to the electrician, and no, they were supposed to pick it up from my place, and I was thinking that I was going to work with the public transport. So, and the kids' school, the route to their school is my direction to my workplace as well. But with public transport, it's not going to be easy with children. And how am I going to do it? Is it that I go to work today, they don't go to school, or they go to school, I don't go to work today? So I sent out an initial email informing the school, but there was no response from them. And at the same time, I felt like if they don't go to school today, they wouldn't know their class, because everything was that the email sent out from the school states that they are going to reshuffle everything, in order for them to maintain a social distancing or distance. So they had to reshuffle a lot of things. But eventually this morning, it happened to be that the electrician did not come pick up the car, so I took the kids to school. But I was running late because I work just a few hours, like 5 to 6 hours. But I needed to drop them off with the childminder, and she told me that the driver who takes them is not available at the moment. So I called on a family friend who lives close to their school, and they said, okay, I should bring the children to their house. They would drop off the children. So we got ready, they had their breakfast, and we left at about 7:15, because it's about 15 minutes without traffic to their school. So I was still gonna be able to beat the time. Getting into the car, driving off from the house, we realized that the kids are not having their PPE, their personal protection equipment, and I needed to get them one. And I was like, it was so early, like about 7:20. Where are we gonna get shops that were open at that time to get PPE? And luckily for me, before I approached their school zone, I saw a shop that was open, and I packed along and went in there, and I got, though it was expensive, what do you expect? But I think it's one of these 24-hour shops. So I got them. I got 3, one for myself and one for them, and I dropped them off at family friend's place. And so I didn't know which how the school was has reshuffled everything, which is their classes and all them that. So I went to my work, and after work, because we moved home, so their school, where we were before, their school, you could actually walk down to their school, but because we moved home now, and I thought of driving back home to my home after I closed my work, because I work 8 to 1 today. So after I close of work for me, or shift for me, I felt, okay, should I go home? And some of my colleagues advised me to stay back in the car, park by the school and wait. I was like, how many hours am I gonna wait? Like the kids close from school 3:15, so I'm gonna wait like 2.5 hours, you know. So I decided to go to the town center to look around, you know, just to get myself busy. And I went there. So when I finally got to pick up the kids from school, I went to the normal gates, the normal gates where you go in to pick up or to drop off. And I realized everything was totally changed. Like, when I saw some parents by the entrance, I was like, oh, I think parents are here to pick up their kids as well. And they said, oh, so from this year to this year, go this, from this year to this year, go this, from this year. I'm like, oh, so there's an entrance to, because the school is a massive school. They have about 600 pupils. Yes, in the school. It's a very good school, but they are quite populated. But in each class, they have about 20 students in each class, but it's a massive school. So I was like, oh, so there's an entrance to all these places I never thought of or never knew. And then, you know, we had to start waiting. And when the kids eventually got out of their classes and they saw me and they hugged me, and I was like, are you okay? And they said, yes. How was school today? Fine. Do you love it? Yes. I'm like, wow. So if you are a parent out there, do not panic anymore. The kids are gonna be fine. Like they said to the teacher said to the head teacher said to the kids, the children, they do not need the PPE, the face masks. It's only their teachers who needs it, you know. So what you need to panic, if at all you should, it's yourself, you know, depending on your immune system, not for the children. They are surely gonna be saved. Like they said, God is gonna protect them. So what I have to say to every parent out there, don't panic anymore. Just leave the children. The kids are happy, you know. I imagined myself at some point, like at the peak of the pandemic, you know, like for 3 shifts for 3 weeks or close to a month, I was at home with the children, because at that peak hour was like in April. It was really like when you open your door, you can't see a soul, like even a bird outside. It wasn't possible. So at that time, that was when the heat was on, you understand. But at this point, don't panic anymore, because at that time where I was at home for a month, I got tired of sleeping. I got tired of lying down. When I lie down on one side, like my body is aching me. So I just had to put myself in the shoes of these younger ones and know these kids has been at home for 6 good months. 6 months. And it's not that easy and funny for the kids anymore. And one thing again I want to say, please, no matter how any length of holidays the kids are having, even if it's 1 week, or try and engage the children. Like the teachers asked questions and said, who was busy, like with your schoolwork? The school at some point stopped giving them schoolwork when it was the main time for the proper holidays, we all know. But you know, some kids, even their schoolwork they were giving at some point, some children were not even following, and that's because their parents weren't pushing them. You understand? It's not easy, but we should, you know, the teachers were disappointed on some of the children who didn't do anything during the lockdown, and some children as well did. And you know, we should try and work and try our best. We've been trying. And I want to say also, to mothers in general, we are super being. I don't know, I think I need to make a different video to talk on mothers, to talk as a topic for mothers. You understand? I will conclude here saying, just have faith. Like the little children, they are full of faith. Sometimes they are very courageous, you know. Sometimes you are lacking behind in your faith, and you see these children saying words that inspires you, you know, and you look out of the mouth of babes. You understand? The words of wisdom is coming out of their mouth. So don't fear anything. Do not panic anymore. If you are still on lockdown and you are hoping that you don't even want the children to go back to school this year, yeah, do you want a whole school year to be for the children to be deprived or denied of a whole school year? Already we know how it happens here. Children who are born late born, like from September down to December, they are already automatically, they are 1 year deprived already or denied already from their school years. So when this pandemic has decided to be stubborn, we also as children of God, we take it by force. Yes, we should let our children go there and possess their rightful possession for the year 2020, the year 2020 academic year. So please and please and please consider subscribing to this channel. I'll be bringing a lot. I have personal experience, so much that I can't exhaust it in a year. If I'm to start every day, every single day, as it counts 365 days, I won't exhaust my personal experiences in life. Life has dealt with me, you know, like as they say, everyone who left the offshore of Nigeria to Europe has a story and a true life story to tell. I have my story, yes, but I can't just tell my story to the air. I need people to tell my story to. So please consider subscribing to this YouTube channel, and God bless you as you hit on the notification bell. It's your mama in the building, D and D's Unique Mom. Yes, you heard me right. All right, guys, until next time, I'll come on your way. Have a good week, and God bless each and every one of us. In Jesus' name, amen.